Are you tired of the same old, boring image sliders on every single website? Want to build something that actually makes your visitors say, wow? Today, we are building this completely custom, buttery-smooth 3D image carousel. It features real 3D depth, beautiful glass-like reflections, auto-rotation, and smooth swipe controls. And the best part, we are doing this using pure HTML, CSS, and vanilla JavaScript. No heavy libraries, no massive frameworks, just clean, optimized code that runs perfectly at 60 frames per second on both desktop and mobile. Let's build it. Before we write a single line of code, let's understand the magic behind this. We aren't just faking a 3D effect, we are actually creating a 3D space in our browser using CSS perspective. We'll position our images in a circle using a bit of JavaScript math and then rotate the entire stage. Let's start with the HTML. We need a main wrapper to hold everything. Inside that, we'll add our stage. This is the 3D room. Inside the stage goes our carousel container. We aren't going to hard code our image cards in the HTML. We'll generate those dynamically with JavaScript so it's super easy to update later. Finally, we'll throw in a bottom controls bar with some buttons to play, pause, and change the rotation speed. Now, let's make it look good. Pay attention to the wrap class in our CSS. We give it a perspective of 1400 pixels. This tells the browser the user is sitting 1400 pixels away from the screen, creating our 3D vanishing point. Next, for our stage and carousel, we absolutely must add Transform Style Preserve 3D. Without this, all our images will just flatten out like a pancake against the screen. We also add Touch Action None on the stage, so mobile browsers don't accidentally scroll down when users try to swipe. We'll style our cards with some nice rounded corners, a subtle border, and an awesome reflection effect. Time for JavaScript. We have an array of 10 image objects. Since a circle is 360 degrees, and we have 10 images, every card needs to be 36 degrees apart. We loop through our images, create a div for each, and inject our image tags. To position them in a circle, we convert our angle to radians, and then use Math.sin for the x-axis and Math.cos for the z-axis. This pushes the cards outward from the center by a specific radius. We apply these values to the CSS transform property, and boom! A perfect 3D cylinder of images. Now we need it to spin. We create an animation loop using requestAnimationFrame for that buttery smooth motion. But here is a pro tip for mobile performance. Originally, you might think to use CSS blur to make the images in the back look out of focus. But doing that on 10 images, 60 times a second, will completely freeze a mobile phone's GPU. Instead, we use a clever hack. We create a black shade div over our images. As the image moves to the back, we increase the opacity of that black shade and lower the opacity of the card itself. We get a perfect fade to black depth effect, and it costs 0 GPU power. It runs flawlessly on any phone. To wrap it up, we want the user to be able to interact with it. We use pointer down, pointer move, and pointer up events. Why pointer events instead of mouse or touch? Because pointer events automatically handle both mouse clicks on desktop and finger swipes on mobile, cutting our code in half. We calculate the distance the user drags and apply that to our target angle. We even add a little bit of velocity logic so that when you let go, the carousel keeps spinning for a second before slowing down, just like a real physical object. And there we have it. A premium, interactive 3D carousel that looks amazing and performs even better. I've left a link to the complete source code in the description below so you can copy it and play around with it yourself. If this tutorial helped you build something cool, hit that like button, and subscribe for more UI coding tutorials every week. Keep coding, and I'll see you in the next one.